A guten Erev Shabbos and a guten Chodesh, my dear friends. Today is Rosh Chodesh Menachem Av, and this Shabbos is MATOS-MASEI. We read two portions, and we complete the fourth book of the Torah, and we call it Shabbos CHAZAK. Completing a book of the Torah gives us strength. And the completion is in the portion of Masei. One of the things in the meaning of Masei means the journeys, and the Torah in this portion lists the 42 journeys that the Jewish people traveled throughout the 40 years in the desert. And the question is, why mention all of these journeys? Why is it important again to mention all of the journeys? They came from here, they stopped here. The Baal Shem Tov tells us that the journeys that the Jewish people traveled in the desert for 40 years is really a journey that each and every one of us travels. And we gain the strength from those journeys. And the question is, when you read about those journeys, yes, many of those journeys were amazing, spiritual, inspiring journeys. They came to the Midbar Sinai, they received the Torah, but not all of them. Some of them were very terrible things, terrible stops and journeys. For example, the first journey right after the Sinai desert, it says, Vayisu memidbar Sinai, they traveled from the Sinai desert, Vayachanu bekivrot ata'ava, and they rested on the graves of the cravings. That was the name of the stop. What does it mean? And if we go back in the Torah, we read about that the Jewish people were craving, they wanted to have the material, physical food. They were not happy with the godly food. And as a result, many of them died. And as the Torah says, they named it Kivrot HaTa'ava because that's where they buried, Kisham Kavru et ha'am hamitavim. This is where they buried the people that were craving. And so what message is that supposed to give to us? And the Rebbe explains, brings from the Baal Shem Tov, that really even those journeys that seem to be a negative thing, they could have been a positive thing if they would use it out in a positive way. And indeed, he says that the word kivrot ta'ava, burying the craving, the people who craved, could have been explained in a different way. It could have been done in a way that the craving would be buried, meaning that they would be elevated in such a way that there would be no more craving. They would only crave godliness. And this, says the Rebbe, is the message. The message is that the journeys that we have, the challenges that we find, we should realize that if Hashem gave us a challenge, He gave us also the power to take the challenge and to transform it into positivity. If Hashem gave us the craving, yes, we are able to overcome and to do it in a positive way, to crave godliness. That's possible. And this is what gives us the strength, the chazak v'nit chazak, that knowing that whatever we do, even things that look dark, they're meant to make us strong. And that is why, as we enter this month of Av, and our sages tell us, Mishanichnas Av mema'atim besimcha, that when the month of Av comes in, we have to decrease in joy. We don't wash our clothing. We don't eat meat and drink wine until Tisha B'Av because we mourn the destruction of the temple as it leads up to the 9th day of Av. But there is also the Hasidic explanation in this, that Mishenichnas Av, when the month of Av comes in, Mema'atin, we decrease. We decrease what? All the negativity. How do we decrease? Besimcha, through joy. Obviously, through permissible joy according to the Torah. What is permissible joy? Pikudei Hashem yesharim mesamchei lev. The laws of God are straight, they make us happy. So you're allowed to study Torah? Increase in the study of the Torah. bring happiness through study of the Torah. And especially, says the Rebbe, in these days, study about the building of the Beis HaMikdash. Because studying the Torah about the building of the Beis HaMikdash, or the Holy Temple, is considered like building the Holy Temple. So join us. Come for bring this Shabbos. We're going to be having a Kiddush. We're going to have study about the Beis HaMikdash. And surely we will have Mashiach coming very soon. A good Shabbos and a good Chodesh.